Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak. It's Rashid's birthday today. The turbulent wind, now full-time streamer, has been bringing the noise and the hustle since we first saw him. Although it seems Azam's got him beat in followers. Gotta hustle harder, bro. Those aren't working here. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out here. Goes for the fireball. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throws him. What's next? Takes a trip. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Limited resources at hand right now. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Ah, burnout activates. What's it gets him? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
The next round is beginning. What hits him with a stop and pop? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Shows a medium kick. Looking to impress with this super.
Prepare for turbulence!
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Ah, burnout activates. Oh no, they're stunned. In there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a fireball. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Dashes. Here comes the corner pressure. Round away. What are they gonna do? Lays down a whirlwind.
Let's get to it!
All in with a rush. Absolutely relentless. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scales. Super! That's what we want to see. In attack range. What a read with that anti-air. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Get ready! Simple and clean. Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Backs them into the corner. Taking stock. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. I can't keep track of these corner switches. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The Cyclone answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Player 1 heats it up with a combo into super. Raises with power win. They're going for the super art. So little life left. Closing moments of the match. Will end the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight! Cyclone!
Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Answers with the right attack. Medium kick hits. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. Genius read! Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Pokes with a medium kick. Raises with power wave. OD whirlwind to up the ante. Player 1 finishes it with the anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
You got that? Final round. Fight! Round one! Let's get to it!
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The Cyclone hits. Now we gotta see some. Rashid looking for something with Kisara. Player 2 couldn't even get a tickle in. Might be time for a change. Big game here. Not going anywhere. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Sticks out a kick. All in with the rush. Overhead, but it won't work. Oh my, the throw tag. Fires a power wave. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Links it. Target combo into Arabian Cyclone hit Rosen. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 2 with the rhythm owning that stick. How did they read that throw? Player 1 needs to wait this out. What are they gonna do? Overhead. All the throw connects. Player 1 all in with the rush. A real test of can this try to bring them back?
Great Desert!
A single hit will do it. Player 2 is in a very good wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Get ready!
Simple and clean.
Round one. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Forward throw to continue the pressure. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws him down. Takes a trip. They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. Takes him all the way to the beats it up with a combo into well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Checks him with the projectile. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 2 has the meter lead. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Perfect parry! How will they follow up? Breaks the block, which takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. The attack is parried. Oh, easy tag. They were right to be on guard there. Looking to impress with this super. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Get ready! Round one. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Tons of drive and health to work with. Throws him down. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Starts off zoning with fireballs. From up above, throws him. What's next? Player 2 is maintaining nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Pokes with a medium kick. forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Adamant play. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Big throws. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How the burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Not much life left, but they're experiencing burnout. Escapes the corner. Catches out the cage right there. Still alive. Still alive.
The big one! Lightning!
It doesn't kill. They're still in this. What a read with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
I'll give you that.
Final round. Fight!
Who's going to steal this win? The throw missed. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Oh, here we go. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Here comes, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player two turns out. Turning it right up with the super over in a flash. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Come on, get ready. Missiles.
Round one. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile.
Get to it.
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player one with the life lead. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Solid combo. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Had the radar up and running.
Bad idea.
Can't tech the throw. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Fires a power wave.
Get to it.
Player one creates saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw.
All right.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight!
Checking their reactions with a fireball, they've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Fireball from very long range. Drive rush to keep it going. Lots of life to play with. And heats it up with a combo into super. Up for Busta Wolf! Is this a game changer? Looking to impress with this super. Spans all three bars to give him one of life's hardest love taps. Take a sip. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Just goes for it at this range. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown betting it all on the drive rush. Hits him with the Busta Wolf for some stylish damage. Let's loose the power weight. Uses their drive gauge. The next touch made that combo finishes it. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.